And that's how Vela got her groove back. Hey everyone, getting started here in just a second. It is stream day. Yep. I see. I've been starting the stream and then trying to finish on a something to be like, what? What was he talking about? Answer the question. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? All right, we are getting going in just a second. I'm on Argonison. Sorry, was it? Yes, I have. We've got that message down. Yeah. Hey, Danalea, Urlock, Titan, how you doing? Ooh, going skiing there, Titan, huh? Could they have like fake snow on the ground? It's not really cold enough to go skiing. Oh, actually, Breckenridge. That's not in Massachusetts. All right. Yeah. This was in Colorado. Actually, I heard Colorado got a bunch of snow. My dad lives out there. He was saying, he was sending me some pictures of shoveling his driveway while I'm raking leaves. And that's about ready to get going, so. Urlock, new store sales for this week were posted. You can find that on ddo.com/store. I can actually probably just look that up for you here. Talk a little bit about what we've got going on. Never really actually, that's a good point. Actually, it's just the headline is off. It is actually the 13th through the 19th. It's just that the headline's off. 20% off character slots, spell point potions, and more, like questing tools, healing items, stat buff potions, things like that. So, that's what's going on. Hello and welcome to Fridays at 4 here on twitch.tv/DDO stream and youtube.com/Dungeons and Dragons/live. I am DDO Community Manager Cordovan. Welcome to your weekend. It's Friday. In Massachusetts here, at least, the weather is a little bit on the gloomy, rainy, cold, fall-like side. But at least most of our leaves are gone at this point, so raking is mostly gone. And it's going to be a fun weekend. Got a lot going on this weekend. I know a lot of people are got a lot of big events going on. I myself am going to be doing some yard work. Going to be helping dig part of a shed. Going to be leveling some ground at a neighbor's house. Going to be playing some DDO. What am I doing today? I'm on Argonison. I'm on my high level Artificer. Sighton, Sightan. If you would like to get in on the group, I'd be happy to have you. At the moment, I don't really know what I'm doing. I just sort of thought I'd log in. I noticed that this character is going to be doing some raiding this weekend, probably on Sunday. And I happened to notice that the only raids I was not flagged for on this character was Mark of Death and Heroic Reaver. So I figured maybe today, as long as I'm doing stuff on the servers, maybe I'd head to there and run a quest over in Necropolis. Particularly if I can get a group. Although I could probably solo one too. And just sort of see what happens. Maybe get Mark of Death flagged. Then I'll have basically them all done. Except for, like I say, Heroic Reaver. Which I'm probably most of the way done there. I'm even Heroic Abbot flagged. How's that, huh? Pretty cool. So what are you guys up to this weekend? You got any big DDO plans? Let me know about them. Quick reminder, we do have plus 20 Lesser Hearts of Wood on sale in the DDO store this weekend, so a great chance to stock up on those if you would like to. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. You don't even need a coupon anymore. One of the nice things with the new DDO store to set up is when you buy that plus 20 Heart of Wood, you're going to get a free plus 5 Heart of Wood, and it's just going to be automatically delivered to you. You don't have to do anything to get it. Well, I mean, you have to buy the plus 20, but there's no coupon code or anything involved. So, good way to stretch those DDO store dollars, turbine points. TRing your wizard, yeah, good weekend to do that. We also do have a. You might want to visit the Mysterious Remnants vendor, the Champion Hunter, in the Hall of Heroes for throughout the next week. So through next Wednesday, being shut off Thursday morning, we have all the goodies in the Remnants vendor. So that'd be the crowns and cloaks and augments and bracers, along with all the normal stuff that you'd get in there. So good chance to check that out if you would like to. I know that we've been, hearing from folks every now and then. It's like, bring that stuff back in the store. I want it, or I want it in the vendor. So now it's in the vendor again. So hopefully, if you're interested in that, now's a great time here for you. This thing. I dare Carthonep. I remember Knockback working on trying to get that thing placed a little bit better, that shrine, or that altar. Just never could quite get it working right. I'm not a very good dog owner in DDO. I let my Iron Defender die an awful lot. I sort of forget to keep him alive. Hey Dan Teal, how you doing? Nice to see you here. I do want to thank everyone who's donated to my Movember campaign here. I know that you guys have been extremely generous in recent days. We've crossed over into $3,400 that we've raised, which is a very large amount. I think that's actually the largest amount I've ever raised for Movember, which is pretty insane for me. And again, that's all due to you guys and your awesomeness. I mean, I kicked in like 20, 30 bucks myself, but, you know. Oh no! Yes, this is cutting at its finest. I did want to mention, if you were on Caneth and wondering what's up with the lag, we're doing some rolling, basically server restarts, although by server in this case we mean like the actual servers that make up Caneth, not the Caneth server itself. So if you're in game, you can actually play. If you're logged in, or if you want to log in, you can log in just fine. But for the next half hour to an hour probably, if you kind of see any sort of hitching or slowness or lag, that's probably related to the effort we're doing right now. And we're actually doing that effort to get rid of some persistent lag issues that we were seeing reported on Caneth and witnessing ourselves. So ahead of the weekend, we wanted to get things looking good over there and stable for the weekend. So that's why we're doing this sort of last minute here. Don't forget to mention the 10,000 mark. That's true. I had people keep reminding me, but I'm totally cool with it. If for some reason we manage to raise $10,000 this Movember, which is a very lofty goal, frankly, maybe not the most likely thing to happen, but if it does happen, then I'm going to be shaving the turbine logo on my head, and I will do it happily, because it would be awesome to do to raise so much money for, say, cancer research and support programs and that. Heck, it's not even a big deal to me. You guys know I'm surely okay with embarrassing myself publicly. But even so, it'd be for a good cause, right? You know, who cares, right? So I have the DDO logo in my head for, a month or so until it grows out. Not even a big deal. Doesn't even bother me. I'm totally cool with that. So But anyway, that is going to happen if we do hit 10,000 in donations here. Be happy to do it. So we'll see. When when I started this a month or so ago, I was like, nah, no way, no way. I don't know, man. I didn't think we'd raise $3,000, and it's only the 13th. So there we go. If you do have any epic level characters on Argonison, I would be happy to have you join me. Oh, and Darrow. There you go. All right. Yeah, I'm just kind of bumming around the orchard here while I'm here. And I don't really think I want to do Fleshmakers by myself. I suppose I could try Ghosts of Perdition, but man, that's kind of hard. I could probably do Inferno. And maybe I'll head over that way. Hey, Mandrill. Nice to see you. Help out my poor doggy. Inferno's not too bad. You know, when you first go into Inferno, it can be a little confusing, trying to figure out where you need to go and all that sort of thing, but once you get it figured out, it's not too bad. I mostly think, the way I tend to look at it is just think of it like a big, kind of going clockwise. You have a few jags the other way, but for the most part, it's really just a big clockwise circle. Hey Mary, that'd be awesome if you want to join me. Yep. Not as awesome as the pit. Now see, the pit, I don't know if you'll ever see me run the pit on the live stream, because you'd think after almost 10 years here that I'd be able to run the pit. Pfft, no. I run the pit by hanging out with others while they run the pit. And I do my best to follow along, and then somehow magically we win. That's my strategy for the pit. Follow someone who knows what they're doing. There we go. Legendary Reaper pit. Oh god. I could use some help here. Okay. Can't let a poor damsel in distress, although she's looking pretty competent. Being a caster and everything. Not trying to disparage her skills. Just saying, she's asking for help, and I'm here to give it. Yeah, Epic Pit would... See, I've already said this several times, but my theory on the Epic Pit is we should just import the thing from Rainbow in the Dark and make you run it in the dark with a torch. That's my theory on how to make the pit epic. And of course scale up the mobs and all that sort of thing too. But basically add the element of being unable to see where you're going on top of, you know, having to go all over the place and figure out what the heck you're doing. Oops. That sounds like a pretty fun time to me. Yeah. Thanks, Andara. Where am I? Oh, jeez. Holy moly. Yeah, at least minimize the damage some. Hey, Mary. Nice to see you. It's probably a little dizzying for those on the live stream, but it's keeping me alive. So I'm doing it. There we go, one down. And those meteor swarms are just killing me. Oh, not more magma brutes. Holy moly. These guys are slow. Well, I'm still taking some damage, but not as much as if I was doing, say, straight line strafing. So that's why I do that. Whew. Yep, my dog dies. I don't take very good care of my pets in game. Sorry about that. Alright, now that I've got that, let's see, Mary, sorry I wasn't able to really... Hey Mary, nice to see you here. Sorry I wasn't able to respond. I was in the middle of being killed by a bunch of magma brutes.
No worries. I'll come heading your way. You're running towards the Temple of Fall?
Yeah, I figured something like that.
Okay.
I'm on Arganessen, Shoemaker. Alright, what do we got in our chat room here? I know this weekend's going to be a little light on the live stream schedule. We have, we do not have Bitsy and Madsen. As you just heard, Titan's off doing some skiing. I myself am keeping myself pretty busy with yard work and helping. Like I said, I'm actually helping a church. They're putting up a shed. They had to tear down their old shed, build a new one, so I'm helping them build it. I'm going to be basically tearing up the ground and leveling it and what have you. So that's what we got going on. Should pretty well fill up my weekend outside of, like I say, I'm going to be doing some raiding in Arganessen on Sunday night with a guild that donated a whole bunch of money to me this November, so as a way to say thanks, I'm going to be hanging out and running with them on Sunday. What happened to the Caneth restart? The Caneth restart is currently underway. As I said, it's not a full server restart. We're just restarting the various instances. So, I mean, we're restarting the Kenneth servers. There's some weird naming going on. You know, we like to think of, you know, of the server as being one hardware box that represents Kenneth. But the reality is, Kenneth is many pieces of hardware. There's a cluster of servers, right? And so what we're doing is we're restarting each server one at a time so that we don't take the entire world down. We just take one world down at a time, or one server down at a time, reboot it, you know, bring it up, shut down the next server, reboot it. And so we can do that. You wouldn't want to do that for a game update, but we can do that for, say, a quick rolling restart that's about maintenance, which is really just the equivalent of rebooting your computer in this case, to clear up memory issues and such. Do bolts have improved precise shot? Yes, if you take the feat. Good to know. I should take a look at what feats I've got on this guy. I can't remember what I picked. I think at one point this guy was going to be a bastard sword wielder, so maybe I've actually got that. I'll have to see what I got. This character was run predominantly with a static group I was in, with my brother and friend here on Arcanus for a couple of years, from I guess maybe about 2011 to 2013. And then I just sort of kind of left him parked mostly, although I brought him out every now and then to play the new content on Arcanus, and he's been my highest level character on Argo for a little while now. I had a cleric as well, but that guy ended up getting ERTR'd into... Okay, improved. Yeah, I've got improved precise shot. Maybe I don't have it active. Oh, I do have it active. There we go. Yeah. Mini shot too. I think I forgot about that. I don't have a bow at the moment, I don't think. I'll have to get myself one. Yeah, so, you know, kind of continuing the conversation for those who were on Wednesday in regard to which character I'm going to use for a Wednesday night static group involving a bunch of the devs, is I ended up scrapping the whole cleric plan, and just because we had someone who was already going to be a cleric, or decided they would be a cleric. So I ended up, I'm actually going to be making largely a shuriken build. I think I'm doing rogue, bard, and I'm actually, because we're starting at level 1 and leveling up, I'm giving myself a little time to figure it out, but...
Hey.
Good, good. I think I'm either going to then fill up a bunch of bard, or I'm going to start getting some monk, because I'd kind of like 10,000 stars, of course. I don't know. I'm going to do some research. See, the problem is I already sort of went with the high intelligence and wisdom thing. But then I'm thinking, well, if I'm really going to go with 10k stars and be a shuriken build, I really need to get my dex up. So I may end up respecking and doing a sort of dex to damage build. We'll have to see how that goes. But I'm going rogue too, because we need a trapper in the group. So I'm doing that. So even though, you know, ideally it may the rogue may not be the wisest choice. I could probably have just gone, say, 6 monk or whatever. I'm splashing 2 rogue so I can get all the rogue skills. Because that plus a bard, you get enough skill points to be able to take care of your rogue skills. Plus, you know, if I'm going to have a high intelligence under the current plan, then, you know, it doesn't really matter. I may actually end up switching out the shuriken build. If it's really just not going to work, then I'll go with Drow Shortsword and do a melee swashbuckler instead. But we'll kind of have to see what
Which
happens.
quest are we running? Or just players?
I'm up for whatever. I was thinking either Temple of All or Inferno of the Damned. Whatever you guys want to do.
I'm not picky.
Well, I did say Bard and Monk, only because I was thinking about splashing enough Monk to get 10k stars. But I hadn't really thought too deeply on it. Like I say, I may not end up going that route. I may end up just being a melee short sword swashbuckler instead. The only reason I was thinking is that I've never played a shuriken build and it might be kind of fun. But I really don't know if I can split my stats far enough to really do dex. Well, I don't know. We'll see. There are some things I could do if I wanted to, but the current idea is I was an intelligence to damage guy with enough trapping and rogue and that sort of thing, swashbuckler. But then I got this thing in my head because someone on the live stream was saying you should do a Drow Shuriken build, and I was like, ooh, that's an interesting idea. But I never really pursued it. And then I started looking, I was like, well, if I'm going to be a Drow Shuriken build, I really need to be a high dex build so that you can get the multiple Shurikens with, you know, 10k stars and such. And I just don't have the stat distribution to do that right now. So I'd have to basically dump the idea of, or give myself enough intelligence but not be a super high intelligence build, and maybe split it or figure something out there. Mailman, deliver a death, use the return to sender. I like it. You're right, I can't do Bard Monk. Right. Yeah, right. Right, so there's that. Okay, not doing that. So here's a question for you. I don't know, the only reason I've never really, I'd have to look up the answer if someone asked me about it on the forums. The reason I don't know is because I have never played a Shuriken build. But do you know, does many shot work with Shuriken in it as well? I mean, could I ditch the 10k stars thing and just get many shot instead? I should know the answer to that, but I don't. Because the only many shot 10k stars builds I have don't use Shuriken. You know, I just switch between bows and repeaters largely. It did, haven't tried since the update. Okay. Well, and I wouldn't even need Monk anyway, because that was the only reason I was going to do the Monk thing, is to get myself 10k stars, but if I don't need 10k stars, then I don't need Monk. And that would also have the advantage I wouldn't need to worry about being centered and such, so. Well, I know I could, say, use Many Shot. I'm just wondering, does Many Shot offer the multiple star sort of benefit that you get from 10k stars? And it doesn't, does it? Maybe that's not that important.
We should be heading towards the shrine.
I don't know. You know, the more I think about it, the more as cool as it would be to be a shuriken build, I really think I'm spreading myself too thin. You know, if I want to be a trapper and all the rest, I really need to stick with the Harper and intelligence to hit and damage, because I just am going to need that for the rogue skills. And I really just don't think I'm going to be able to fit high dexterity in there as well. So I'm probably just going to have to switch, keep my initial bard plan and bard rogue and just go melee swashbuckler, which should be okay. So. Let's see, you wanted to hit up that shrine, is that right? I'm trying to
Yes, please.
find my location here. We're a little too far east, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
There we go.
Oh, here it is.
Halfling Rogue Bard Shuri Thrower. Those sneak attack dice. That, you know, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not currently a halfling, but I could always, you know, we're low enough. I'm only level 3, so I could just redo it. It's an interesting idea. Yeah. I like my drow. You guys know that. Plus, with a drow, I could do a starting intelligence of 20, which is kind of nice. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just go straight to the quest here. Dum ba dum bum bum. Wait for gnome. Yeah, see, you're right. You're right. Because especially if we end up going the route of having gnome be the wisdom, you know, key thing. Then that would really make sense to save that shuriken build for a gnome. Or that wisdom. That shuriken favored soul thing that I was talking about. So.
I'm being harried.
Oh, sorry. I guess I could probably turn my mic on, and then you could hear me. 790 says, I'm so hardcore that I can't recall ever seeing me run with ship buffs. It's true, this guy does not have ship buffs. Reason for that is this guy was in a static group, and the static group was a low-level static group. Well, although we ended up going into Epic. But since we were a low-level guild, we didn't have much in the way of buffs, and so I never really worried too much about it. And now that I'm playing the person, I'm just continuing to just sort of go with what I got and not worry so much about it. But if I'm on, say, Sarlona, you know, if I'm running with the guild I'm on there, we have a nice array of ship buffs. Same with when I'm on Sekihan on Thalanis. We have a company meeting, you know, or the Friday get-together behind me, so that's what's going on there.
There are fresh marks in the dust here. Yet the way into the rest of the temple is sealed off by two intricately locked howitzers.
Call him Tinker, Tailor, Sailor, Spy, Ninja. I love it. Yeah.
Ancient rubble chokes the corridor.
Okay, let me think here. Leave these guys behind.
You glimpse a light down at the very end of the darkened hallway.
Where'd my search go? There's my search.
You try to tap safe now here? This part?
I'm sorry, Mary. It's a little hard to hear you in the office here. What'd you say?
Are the traps safe now? Did you disable them?
Yes, I disabled them in the first part, and I'm just getting to the second part now.
Okay.
Can we get pointy red hats with gnomes? If I have my way, we will. I make no promises. But I would sure love to see that. I think the world would like to see that. Clearly. Alright, second half cleared.
Nice.
Cosmetic beards. Actually, I happen to know for a fact I saw the art person working a little bit on various gnome beards. I think gnomes are gonna have some special facial hair options, just because they kind of have to, right? They're gnomes.
There's another box right here.
Yep.
Ooh, ouch.
Woohoo.
Ouch.
Where's my disable item then? Oh, that's why. I wasn't wearing it. Maybe I should wear my disable device item, huh?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
makes
think
sense.
Did you already get the other side? Oh yeah, looks like we did, huh? Cool.
I did.
Yep. Cosmetic flaming smoking beards that whip around in the wind. I like the way you think. These are all excellent ideas. Yep.
Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
We're in Temple of Fall. We just jumped down.
Hello. Welcome.
How's it
Hey.
going?
Just crashed and burned on a raid.
Ouch.
Which raid?
We are crashing and burning in Temple of Fall.
Ah.
Alright. Inside?
Yeah, and we jumped down.
Alright. I still have mix. Get rid of them.
We haven't crashed and burned yet. We're just smoking a little bit.
It's bad news if discover that you're the best, one of the better DPS. I'm here to hit me. When you're a bear.
I wonder if there's anything with ghost paint on it. Or ghost touch even.
Oh,
Apparently not.
good on me. Can't get rid of my magnetisms.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to mute the mic there for a second. There was some audio that was coming through that I don't think would be good to get out on the live stream. My Twitch chat overlay went away.
I'll just use the shrine in the side wall.
This guy has a lot of hit points.
He does.
My video. Oh, there we go. Here's my video.
The sealed dissolves into nothingness, and the passage to the catacombs opens.
Rebecca, are you in?
Lost in
Hey.
the high priestess news.
Yep. I like your outfit, Saitan.
Ah, cool.
Which epic destiny is it that has, ghostly weapons?
I'm running to the quest. I just have a lot of negs, but I can't seem to get rid of them. So I'll be using the shrine inside the quest to
Okay.
do that.
Can you get rid of them, Nikki? Favorite soul
I can try, yes.
You know,
I'll
good.
try my DT best.
I can use the shrine on top. It doesn't matter. You do that anyway.
Alright then.
Yeah, might as well.
Have it your way, right?
Unless you guys wanted plan to DDO and use it before the end or something.
I don't think we have DDO. Or do you?
I don't think so.
Ugh, got beard. Bringing friends.
Friends? You?
I have something mildly interesting I could probably talk about. There's some plans in the works that are still not 100%
Anybody have a TH? I
finalized.
ran out.
Or I think we're going to be updating the forums. Moving from vBulletin to a different platform that's
That's a lot of fans you
also
brought.
really good.
Not being popular.
Arr.
Ah, still beard.
Right back to the rescue.
Did it break Twitch? See, yeah, it's weird on my end as well, but then I can't really see what's going on. I mean, when I'm looking at me in XSplit, it seems fine, but and now I'm seeing it okay on Twitch as well. All right, have fun.
Hell, I'm stuck.
The current thinking is that it would be Zamforo. Yeah. And the tentative timeline might be somewhere around-ish the anniversary, around-ish. Yeah, vBulletin would be going away, and that's one of the main reasons we're doing it. Not that there's anything, well... We're going to leverage modern technology for the entertainment consumer. Pikers Anonymous is on tonight. That's a very good point. 8:30 p.m. Eastern for Pikers Anonymous on twitch.tv/DDO stream. And Taro is too afraid.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to hear your excuses, Andaro. Hear me. Yes, that's correct, Simorgu. Zenforo. On my end, when I was talking about what I'd like to see for the new forums, it's like, well, if I have white text on a white background, can we do something about it? And the answer was yes, you can go in and determine what the colors are yourself. And I was like, oh yeah? I like that. So, you know,
Nobody
I'm on
with
board.
a keyword or something? TH?
Sorry.
I should be a Fear Ward.
Is investing in Caneth crafting worth anything still? I believe so. Yes.
Oh, this really makes me wanna...
I don't
miss
know
my
what the plans
Peloton.
are specifically, though, for the conversion of Caneth crafting and all the rest, but certainly we're not going to well, I would certainly hope that we would not invalidate all that work. I will be pushing our designers to not do that, and I don't believe that we would. But what exactly that means, I couldn't tell you. I don't know that I'd necessarily worry so much about the ingredients if you're just sitting on stockpiles of them already. But if you're not, it's not going to hurt to get some stuff. But I do think that we are working to dramatically simplify things. So, one of the ways I would expect us to do that might be sort of simplifying all those various layers of things. Stop interrupting me, Weep. Yes, we are still on track to have an updated Caneth crafting with update 29. The guy who's working on it is currently working on random loot, so once that's done, he's going to turn his attention to Caneth crafting. So it's a little early yet to really say much, but yes, it is still being planned for update 29. Any chance of adding more items to crafting? Yes. I believe that's one of our stated goals about Caneth crafting. How much? I think we'll see in the coming weeks here, but yes. It is absolutely one of the goals. All I really can tell you about Caneth crafting at this point is really a little on the negative side, you know, more around what we'd like to do, some general design overviews. You know, we want to make it more intuitive, a simpler process to figure out, maybe remove the total number of things that have to fill up your bags, expand the offerings, make it sort of fit the modern desires of the players. That's sort of what we're looking for, as a kind of a high level there. It's not terrible. Mostly Random Games asks, I've waited a week for my character to transfer. It has been 8 days. I assume if you're not talking, are you talking business days? Has it ever taken any longer? Has it ever? Maybe. It is on the long side though. I mean, I know our customer service team has been quite busy lately. What with the new DDO and Lotro stores and all that sort of thing. They've been kind of busy doing a lot of account-related work. So it could be that we're a little on the slower side in regards to character transfers there. But if you haven't heard anything back from them, say, come early next week, go ping that ticket, reply to them, ask about the status of it.
Yeah, once I buffed everyone.
Yep, okay.
Yes, Invader. You know, when we do get to Caneth crafting, we would hope that it will be more useful into the epic levels as well as heroic. Like I say, again, it's too early to talk about what form that might take or anything more specific than that. Other than, that's the plan.
You got it from my stuff? When Jerry stops running.
Sorry, what was it you wanted to do? You wanted to buff?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot, I'm a chest licker.
What?
I can bless chests. Make them,
oh, nice.
give them higher level loot.
My kind of guy.
Herlock says, I personally think they will be linking random loot and Caneth crafting together. In some ways, we already do. I mean, part of the reason that it makes sense to work on one when we work on the other is that when you look at things like, say, item potential, you know, the plus number that's on your items and all that sort of thing, that directly ties to, say, the minimum level of things in Caneth crafting, the power of the shards, all that sort of thing. So there are already direct ties between, say, the random loot system and the Caneth crafting loot system in regard to the ways that they work They have, similarities. So as we're overhauling random loot, it made sense to, consider looking at Caneth crafting as well, since if we were to, say, change some of the ways that random loot sort of fell in scaling and all that sort of thing, you wouldn't really want to have a, quote, new loot system, and then, except for Caneth crafting, which is the old loot system. So it made sense.
Oh,
Yep, sorry about that. It's like you're in my other guild.
You have one job, damn you.
But yes, I do think, in some ways we would like to see random loot, the way kind of you can determine the power of random loot and the power of crafting. Although there are reasons to maybe have benefits on crafting, of course, too, like we do under the current system. But in general, we'd like those things to work together in a complementary way. Which, like I say, they already kind of do. Like when you're looking at a +3 Holy Longsword of Bleeding, for example, the minimum level and potential of that item is directly based on the properties it has, which are mirrored by what the properties have in terms of potential and all that sort of thing in Caneth crafting. So they already are tied together. Any old random loot types coming back? Some of them will probably not be. Some of them might. Do you have a personal preference of something you want to see back? Let me know in chat. I can ask about it when I'm off the air here. But I don't know specifically about, kind of like I said, I don't know how exactly these things are all going to work out. It's too early. The guy hasn't even started working on it really yet, so, I mean, outside of the design phase. So way up for interpretation and changes at this point still. Including Sovereign Champion Bane that has apparently Mortal Fear style 2% proc? Probably not. I think that the number of Mortal Fear effects will not be probably increasing dramatically in the near future due to, well, the current power level of Mortal Fear, shall we say. I miss the Riptide of Lacerating. Yeah, Riptide was cool. Lacerating was actually pretty cool, I agree. Yep. Oh, I'll see. But we've been pretty clear that our intention is to make it so that Mortal Fear will most likely not be working in Legendary content, and it will remain completely unchanged in current content. There was some discussion in a forum thread recently where people would like to see it perhaps scaled back a little bit in current content so that it would work more effectively in Legendary content, but that's really not kind of what we would like to do. It's not to say that we're completely closed off on the idea, but just that, I don't know. In general, we'd like people to be able to retain the power of their Mortal Fear items as they currently are, and just perhaps make it more in line with what is necessary for Legendary content. We're going to talk a little bit more about legendary content and what that means in terms of item power and such as we get closer to our Lamania preview. I know that Severlin has some thoughts on that. The designers have already put some thought into sort of some design direction of where that's going to go. And like I say, I don't want to... it's too early to discuss that yet. But you'll be seeing and reading about it fairly soon here. All right. I will take that.
Congrats on the boots there, Cordovan.
For sure. Heck yeah. That's awesome. All right, I think that's actually going to do it with the live stream here today. You guys are great. Thanks for hauling my my gimpy behind through this quest.
No problem.
You're great.
Yeah.
Thanks for the run.
Yeah. Oh, and I didn't even use my thing I've got on this guy. I've got the Shard of Zoriat, so I can summon a Zoriator. It's one of the more fun things this guy has. And I didn't even use it. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Epic Boots of the Innocent, huh? Pretty rad. Pretty rad. So there's some heck of a good pair of boots. Resistance 11, speed 25, 15% enhancement bonus to ranged attack speed. Vertigo doesn't help me. Stunning. Shattering. Again, that doesn't really help me, but the stunning does. Greater heroism. Upgradable. Oh. I will take it. Certainly better than my Boots of the Woodsman. The only reason I had those on was for the insightful decks, which wasn't terrible, but, you know. You can get that elsewhere. Now, did I earn those Epic Boots of the Innocent? I will leave that up to the chat room to decide.
Oh yeah, I forgot to list that last chest.
Hey, right. Hey, you're doing it right. On Sorlona, I'm in a guild where we have several people who are chest blessers, and the times that they actually get to bless those chests are about 1 in 100.
Well, usually what I do is I try to get over there and bless the chest while you guys are still fighting.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
I've never done that actually, Matoon. Just bless her.
I had extra feet, so I said okay.
Oh, is that a feat? Really?
Yeah, it's a dragon mark, which is a feat,
Oh.
and then you use your human enhancements to buff it up.
That was something. Okay, cool. I won't do it, but.
I also get a knock spell.